Move down.
Climbing down. Engaging.
With so many tactical shooters on the market these days, it's easy to forget that Rainbow Six is one of the originators. The series has quietly been one of the most consistently solid shooters on the market, but it was always its incredibly in-depth multiplayer that kept players coming back for more. This time the Six are headed to the Strip for some neon-bathed terrorist hunting, and Ubisoft is doing its best to make sure that there's some fun to be had in Sin City, all on your lonesome.
Placing charge.
Anytime the Rainbow team is around, terrorists can't be far off. This time the morons have decided to blow up Las Vegas, and it's your job to take them out before Sin City turns into Singe City. While the game takes place in Vegas, don't expect to see your favorite casino, as the locales in the game are completely fictional. Also, you won't be playing as series legend Ding Chavez this time. He's been promoted and now he sits in a cushy office giving you orders. Instead, you'll take up the fight as a young upstart, or you can put your own face in the game using the Xbox Live Vision camera. Gone are the briefing screens that permeated prior games in the series. In their place is a brand new storytelling system that streams the narrative on the fly using the picture-in-picture camera. You'll also spend a lot more time in each location than you have in the past, where you'd swoop in, clean up the mess, and extract. You'll be spending a lot of time on the Strip, and so far it seems to have created pros that you'll actually care about. It's already obvious that the single-player portion of Rainbow Six Vegas will be a lot more than a glorified training session like it has in the past. The mayor of Las Vegas has been up in arms over his city being the backdrop for a game about terrorism, but the developers have said time and again that the player is there to save Las Vegas, not destroy it.
Roger.
To do this, you'll have a plethora of tools at your disposal, as well as some innovative new gameplay mechanics. The most obvious new addition to the series is the tagging system. Using a snake cam, you can peek underneath doors to see what's going on in each area to help plan your attack. From there, you can tag the terrorists in order of importance.
He's priority 1.
And then give your men the command to barge in and execute. The system would fall on its face if the soldiers under your command were idiots, but Ubisoft has dedicated one man's life for the past couple of years to this very concern.
Double time.
The theme of Rainbow Six Vegas is chaos and destruction. This is pulled off by incorporating destructible objects and cover into the gameplay system. Cover is an important part of the game, as you'll have 360 degrees of freedom to scope out your surroundings once you've planted your back against the wall. This helps you spot enemies who might be pulling the flank move. You can also blind fire from cover, or peek out to take some targeted shots. In some ways, you could call it Gears of Vegas, as it plays surprisingly similar to Microsoft's Sci-Fi Blaster. It's already evident that it nails the chaos side of things. The destructible environments add a lot more to the game than you'd think, especially when a piece of cover you're hiding behind crumbles to the shrapnel. Terrorists yell at each other, coordinating their attacks, and managing all this while issuing orders to your squad on the fly gives it a sense of urgency that's typically missing from these types of games.
Go, go, go.
Copy.
The intelligence of your mates only exacerbates this sensation, as they follow orders to the letter, making you actually rely on your team versus hoping they don't screw you. The customization of your men goes even further with the rules of engagement. You can set their overall temperament to either infiltrate, which will make them use silenced weapons and only fire when fired upon, or assault, where they take no prisoners. The overall theme of the game is OPA, or observe, plan, and assault. Following these 3 steps is key to completing your mission, and you've certainly been given the tools to do it. You can rappel down buildings and bust through the side windows, and best of all, you can play through the single-player story mode cooperatively with up to 4 people, online or off.
You're Dr. Williams. Got it.
It wouldn't be a Rainbow Six game without an incredible close-quarters multiplayer element, and the fans have not been forgotten there. In addition to the online co-op, there are 6 different adversarial modes across 10 different maps. You'll get the typical survival and team survival options for up to 16 players, but there are 2 new games as well. Attack and Defend has one team locating hostages, bombs, and intel, and then getting to an extraction point. Of course, the other team is trying to stop you. The other new mode is Retrieval, where you have to locate biohazardous material and return it to your base. In addition to mapping your face to your character, you can also customize its gear to create the exact type of terrorist stomper you want. Rainbow Six Vegas is a bit of a rebirth for the franchise. With its increased emphasis on the single-player campaign and a phenomenal multiplayer pedigree, this is one of those games that has the potential to give you your money's worth and then some. We'll see if it takes Vegas for all it's worth or comes home with empty pockets in our review next week.